Hello and welcome to Abroad News Network. In today's episode, we'll dive into a lesser explored side of international education, the life of an Indian student in one of the top business schools of the world. So it is going to be extremely insightful for the students who dream of studying at top international business schools, especially prestigious institutions like ESSEC Business School in France. Now, international education comes with a lot of excitement, global exposure, networking, campus life, and career opportunities. But at the same time, students also have a lot of questions. How should they prepare? How do they build a strong profile? What are the real costs involved? And how does the student life there really look like? And to give us an honest and practical perspective on all of this, we are joined today by an ESSEC student who will be sharing her journey and experiences with us. So, without any further delays, let's dive in and understand the reality of studying at ESSEC and pursuing international business education. Hi Jhalak, thank you for joining us today. First of all, let's start with your journey. Can you tell us a little about your background, like where are you from in India and what were you doing before joining ESSEC?
First of all, a big thank you to ANN for giving me this opportunity and this platform. I'll try my best to help my viewers as much as possible and share my experiences. About my background, I worked as a project manager for 1 year at an IT company before coming here, and I'm from Yamunanagar, Haryana. Thank you.
We would also love to know more about your academic and professional background. So, did you apply directly after your studies or did you have any prior work experience?
About my professional and academic background, I did computer science engineering, and after that, I worked as a project manager at an IT company, at a ServiceNow partner IT company in Haryana, Gurugram.
Now, one of the most important questions that aspirants have: when did you start preparing for top business schools and how did your overall journey look like?
I started my preparation in September 2024. I think I came in September 2025 intake, and it was very difficult journey. I would say coming abroad is not so easy. I had to collect so many documents, prepare for GMAT, and then do the applications, answering all the questions and writing all the essays, attending events and ensuring which schools I want to come to. So yeah, it was a long journey.
Let's talk about GMAT preparation as well. What was your GMAT score? And also, apart from academics, what all did you focus on to make your profile stronger?
So they look at all the factors, not just GMAT. My GMAT score was not that good. It was 500 something, but my academic scores were all 90% above, and they also look at volunteering activity, your sports activities, or any extracurricular activities. For me, it was like entrepreneurship. I had my own small business, so I pitched that. So you can pitch anything special about you, and that can make you stand out.
When you were shortlisting business schools abroad, why did you specifically choose ESSEC? Like, what factors influenced your decision? ROI, rankings, placement, or something else?
I chose ESSEC because of its ranking. It has a really good ranking and it was a top priority for me. Also because it has a very good network and intercultural environment, and their values are like really good that relate to me, such as they're very flexible and accommodating in all the interests that you have and that you want to cater to. So that is what attracted me.
Now, let's understand the application process a little better. How much time did your applications, SOPs, documentation, and interviews take? And what was the most challenging part of them all?
So the application process took around 2 to 3 months. I took a month or two to prepare my documents and my SOPs and my CV. And then after I applied, it took another 1 to 2 months to hear back from them. For my course, which is the specialized masters in strategy and management of international business, I didn't have to give an interview at that time, but now they're taking interviews as well. So yeah.
Interview rounds are something that most applicants feel nervous about. So, how did you prepare for your business school interviews? And were there any specific questions or areas that you focused upon?
There's just one round of interview, and I gave an interview for another school, ESCP, and I mainly prepared my introduction. You need to be really relevant on why you want to come here, what are your goals, long term and short term, and what do you wish to achieve here. So this is the main thing that you need to prepare for the interviews. Other than that, they can ask anything relevant to your background, your experience, what is your plan. So yeah.
One practical question that every student wants to know: what is the total estimated cost of your course? And were there any scholarships or financial aid opportunities available?
So the total cost for my masters was 32 to 33,000 euros for me, and I didn't have any scholarship. But you can apply to scholarship and financial aid before coming here. There are government scholarships provided by the France government, and there are ESSEC specific scholarships as well. But for all the scholarships, you need to apply as soon as possible at the first round itself, preferably. And if you are in some difficult situation, you can definitely ask for financial aid to the authorities as well.
We'd also love to know about the campus life and networking opportunities. How is the overall environment for an international student over there?
So the campus life and networking opportunities are really nice, and as compared to other French schools, other schools in France, ESSEC is really accommodating for international students. They really mingle with international students, and I think that is what benefited me the most. And there will be a lot of parties and a lot of events, especially when you just come here for the first 1 month. And then there are a lot of opportunities, networking opportunities over the career platform. So it is great.
Now, what kind of salary package can a student graduating from ESSEC realistically expect? And what are the industries or roles that are most popular among the students?
So for the career opportunities, I divided into two parts. So people who do MIM, so it's different from specialized masters, which I'm doing. And for MIM, people can do an apprenticeship. And especially at ESSEC, it is easier for students to do an apprenticeship, which is a very good type of thing in France only, where the company pays for your tuition fee. So the tuition fee varies from school to school, and then they give you a stipend as well, which is equal to an internship stipend, which is around 1,000 to 1,500 euros. And for specialized masters, between the 2 years, students can do an internship or 2 internships, and then after finishing the masters, they can do an internship again or a permanent contract directly. So for international students, it's quite difficult to get a permanent contract right after completing the masters. So, and French is also very important for that. And about the sectors and the industries that the people want to work in. In France, luxury is really big. Luxury companies and food companies these are the industries which people are really interested in and that are taking a lot of focus of students. So those have really good opportunities. So you can work there, and the roles are usually business analyst, data analyst if you do not know French. So yeah, but you can work in project management, and many companies take all roles if they are global companies. So yeah.
Now again, a very important question. How important is the French language, and is it compulsory in daily life, workplaces or internships? And do students with strong French language skills actually get access to better jobs or better salaries?
This is the question I was looking forward to. French is very, very important, I would say. It is not mandatory, but it is very important. I cannot emphasize on it more. I started learning 1 year, even around 1.5 years before I came here. So it is very important for career opportunities. It will be extremely beneficial for you if you want a permanent contract. It will be so helpful for networking and talking to people, your classmates, your professors. It is really, really good because people prefer French. At ESSEC, it is easier because it's an international environment, but anywhere else in professional experience, the more you learn French, the better. They usually need a B2 level for French speaking roles, but the better you are, the best it will be for you.
Can you also tell us about the part-time job opportunities available over there? And what are the kind of jobs that international students usually take up? And are they manageable for them alongside academics?
So for part-time opportunities, if you do not know how to speak French, it can be difficult for you. But a lot of people do part-time jobs. I couldn't because I had an intensive master's just 1 year. And you can find part-time roles at stores, at restaurants, you can do that. And the minimum wage is around 12 euros per hour, and you can only work around 20 hours a week. So it's not a lot, but yeah, I think a lot of people do that, and that helps a lot.
And finally, what is that one advice that you would like to give to the students who are preparing for top business schools? How should they approach their applications, and what are the mistakes that they should avoid during the process?
So my advice would be to not underestimate yourself. I underestimated myself a lot, and I was just bothering myself with that. And to all top schools, you can just leverage one really good experience in your profile and get in. They consider everything. Unlike India, everything is considered: your extracurricular activities, your own efforts that you put throughout your life. It all matters. What mistakes you should not do is not apply early. I applied a bit late and I lost the opportunities on scholarships and other things that I could have had opportunities to connect with people earlier, which are already in the school. So there are a lot of things, and what I didn't know was, after you come here, you can also do exchanges. So you can go to a top school, like even like IIMs in India, or Cornell University in Americas. So there are a lot of opportunities, and yeah, all the best.
Well, thank you so much, Jhalak, for taking out the time to share your journey and experiences with us. We are sure that your valuable insights will help many aspiring students to make better and informed decisions. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Do let us know in the comments which part of Jhalak's journey inspired you the most, and what questions you would like us to cover in future interviews. Till then, stay informed, stay prepared, and keep exploring the opportunities around the world.